his shot against Lomachenko.
And we still haven't heard about Beltran getting
Lomachenko.
He still hasn't gotten his green card, so I think Pedraza knocked that off too. So yeah, listen, it's Vasily. He's the number one pound for pound fighter. What's interesting or surprising, not too many people are talking about him, and maybe it's because of the heavyweight fight that just took place. They're all wrapped up with the Wilder Fury situation.
Dude, it's pretty strong still.
It is. It really, because Lee, this is this is who many call the best fighter in the world. Vasily Lomachenko is fighting on Saturday night, yet there's no buzz here in America. So it's just, I don't like where we're at right now. As a sport, the pay-per-view buys kind of show it. I know that was Wilder's debut, but he's still, like Lee said, undefeated at 41-0.
Yeah.
And Tyson Fury was 29-0. These are two heavyweight champs. These are two. I mean, this had all the making of being a blockbuster, being old school Tyson Holyfield matchup, and it was nothing like that. Now the outcome was good. It's got a buzz. It definitely has a buzz. Don't know if it created enough buzz to kill what's happening over there in the UK when I'm talking Joshua Fury. Don't think it came nowhere close to that, but it did create somewhat of an excitement here in the States. It's just nowhere where it used to be. And I think Vasily Lomachenko not getting that much hits, it's not hot. The fight's not hot. Now, look, there could be a number of reasons why. Another reason is Pedraza, even though Lee, does it say his record? Doesn't he? He's got 1 defeat, right? 30 wins, 1 defeat.
That's correct.
He's got a size advantage. He got a reach advantage. It just.
But sadly, odds-wise, he's off the... Yeah, it's ridiculous. I'm looking at the odds right now. Pedraza is plus 2325.
Wow. Yeah, Lomachenko needs a big fight. We know his skills are good enough to make him pound for pound, but he needs that other fighter that's going to get him there. He missed it with Crawford, right? They just weren't there at the same time. Mikey Garcia wanted no part of him. He's left. He's the only other champion in the division, so we know he's not going to fight Lomachenko. Maybe a Gervonta Davis fight in a year from now might be a big fight for him. Davis is undefeated, got a good knockout ratio. He has Floyd as his manager, so he gets a lot of publicity with that. But there's really nothing there for Lomachenko to highlight who he is as a pound-for-pound elite fighter, and then Pedraza on Saturday night is not going to get him there. He's a big-time underdog, as Lee just stated. And so, no, this looks like another win for Lomachenko, and everyone will keep calling him the best without really seeing him in there with the guys that we want. Look, if he fought Mikey Garcia or Terrence Crawford, there would be no arguments about who is the pound-for-pound coming out of that fight.
But did you see how...
Andrew.
What?
Did you see how hard I had to work to get any of my fighters to fight Al Heyman's shitbag boxers? Like, they have to be forced to fight my guys.
What was he? Stevenson was like 41, 42 when he finally got in the ring with someone.
57, Andrew. He was 57.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
I can start making jokes again. He's stable.
Hopefully he pulls out of that soon.
God, I hope so. Al Heyman's buying a second wing for his house based on that tragedy.
Starting Friday night, Mexico City on Telemundo. We have boxing. The main event of that evening is Antonio Moran taking on Edson Ramirez. For all you Telemundo fans. In Las Vegas. At the Sunset Casino and being televised only on the Facebook. The Facebook, with the kids that they use today? The Facebook, Andrew?
Yes, sir.
Andrew, I'm still on MySpace.
Ladarius Miller takes on Ricardo Garcia. And in Dublin, Ireland, the one that I'm just strangely intrigued by, not Ray Moylett versus Christian Uzuqueta. No, I don't care about that. Gary Spike O'Sullivan's on this card for some ridiculous reason.
I know. Why the hell is he fighting?
I don't know. I don't know.
That boy just
Did
got
he go
knocked
home
out.
for Christmas and just decided to take a fight while he was in Ireland? I thought he lived in New York or something great. Like, he doesn't live in Ireland. Nobody wants to live in Ireland. Nobody rational wants to live in Ireland. Okay? It's like living in Seattle with more drunks.
I just know David Lemieux put a number on him in his last fight. Knocked him out in the first round. That was an ugly knockout to get back in the ring so fast. I mean, here you got Saul Alvarez fighting Rocky, who's like 7 foot tall. And then O'Sullivan's already back, and he got knocked out that night.
There you go.
Hey, shouldn't he be on a suspension? Maybe that's why he's fighting.
Maybe they don't give a shit there.
Yeah, maybe he had to make some money, I guess.
That takes us to Saturday night. The official.
It's the last time for fucking HBO, Andrew. I put him out of business, for God's sakes. Why are they still showing fights?
No, they're crappy fights, Bob. Don't worry about it.
Cecilia Brækhus versus Alexandra Lopez. Now, the big deal, and I posted this, you could go on Twitter. I might repost it on Facebook. I don't know how I feel about helping Steve. You know how I feel about Steve. I'm always kind of 50-50 on whether or not I like Steve. Do we like Steve this week as a writer?
Yeah, why not?
All right. Steve wrote an article about Cecilia Brækhus being the best female fighter you've never heard of. Now, don't get me. She's literally the undisputed welterweight champion for women. Like, she has all the titles: WBC, WBO, IBF, WBA, and nobody's heard of her. There's nobody for her to fight. She's going to fight. She's the main event in Carson. Clarissa Shields is also on the card. Nobody gives a shit about Clarissa Shields because she's ratchety. First one to take off their top will be the most popular female fighter in modern history. I'm just saying that out loud, Andrew. You mock me for my logic. On DAZN on Saturday night, Andrew, Kell Brooks is taking on Michael Zerfara for the WBA junior middleweight champion.
Kell Brook, don't watch out. He's going to end up in no man's land. He just lost to Amir Khan again. He's not a welterweight. He's been stopped there. He's not a middleweight. He's been stopped there. Broke his eye socket in both fights. I don't really know what's left for Kell Brook in the sport of boxing if it's not Amir Khan.
Andrew,
I don't have... What?
I just wanted to announce this. Kid Galahad is back on that same card.
No, is that are we still on the HBO card?
No, we're on DAZN.
Oh, sorry.
HBO literally... Look, okay, Brækhus is on the card fighting a nobody. Juan Francisco Estrada taking on Victor Mendez. Nobody cares. Yeah, Clarissa Shields versus nobody. Nobody cares, right?
Well, at least she's on HBO, though, huh?
I mean, look at this.
She's on DAZN. Are you sure she's not on DAZN?
No, she's on HBO, bro.
Oh, wow. Huh.
This is the final HBO card. Well, I keep saying that, but they keep announcing more shitty boxing after dark.
Oh, no, this is it. This is it.
This is a fucking shit show. Like
they're even bringing back the old man. They're gonna have him do one more closing speech before it's all over.
Are they really?
With. Yeah, they're bringing him back.
Jesus.
It should be a real tearjerker. They probably got to make up. They know Lampley's gonna fall apart. Lampley, I guarantee he's falling apart on this night. His eyes are gonna tear up. His voice is gonna start cracking, and then he's just gonna say, "I can't. Take over, Larry."
Hey, Andrew. Back in 22, Merchant and I used to chase hookers when we were sailors. That's 1822.
DAZN's got Kell Brooks. And last but not least, ESPN and ESPN Deportes. Vasily Lomachenko takes on Jose Pedraza. Your undercard is Isaac Dogbo and Emmanuel Navarrete. It's a great night of boxing, Andrew. Like, you could actually get this all in.
Yeah, Isaac Dogbo is another up-and-comer for Top Rank. He's a WBO champ, correct?
Yeah.
Undefeated, got a good power. Yeah, he's a good little fighter, too, coming up for them. It's a decent card. It's still sad.
Oscar's got a card going out in the desert on Saturday night on Facebook Watch.
go?
It's nobody. It's Rene Alvarado and Carlos Morales. It's another eliminator. It's a WBA junior lightweight eliminator. Nobody cares.
Yeah, and you know why? That WBA eliminator for which title? Because they have three of them.
Lightweight, yeah, right.
No. But you know the WBA,
right?
The regular champ, the super champ. Oh my god!
Look. If I look at these cards and somebody told me you got to spend $20 or $40 and you're going to go see it live, where would I go? I'd probably go to New York, right? And I'd probably invest in a Bob Arum card if I was spending the money on it. His card looks okay. The Dazin card from top to bottom looks like crap. Kell Brooks versus Zafara. Jonah Corral versus... Well, all of these are C-level fights, right?
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about. You've got to crank out content, right? So let's look at Saturday night and where they're being televised, right? ESPN Deportes, and their app, right? That's Bob's card.
Yep.
Sheffield, England. That's the Dazin card. It's a C-level card.
Yep.
Carson is on HBO, but they're out of business. I mean, this would have been streamed on somebody else's app.
And I'm going to be honest, Dazin has put out a lot of C average shows. You got to look at this. Is why they say they spent so much for Canelo. Canelo's supposed to be the face for not only Mexico but America as well, because he did not do a great job. Baby boy, what's his name? What's Miller's
Big Baby
name?
Miller.
Big Baby, there you go. Big Baby Miller. You got your favorite guy, Vargas, right? You got Boo Boo, Andrade. These are just not huge names.
No, but if they're mid-level names, okay, you can get away with Kell Brooking people forever, right? Because he's a name. Look, at the best, these cards, excluding the Lomachenko-Pedraza fight, which is a legitimate unification belt.
Yes.
Right?
Yes,
that's a legit fight. If you look at Saturday night, these are fucking ballroom cards. I should be going out to Ontario to the convention center to go watch this in the back of a Hilton. I mean, Kell Brooks versus Michael Zarafa is literally a convention center fight. Like, I should be going to the Hilton to watch this fight.
That is an undercard. That's not even a main event.
Right.
That's Kell Brooks doing a warm-up.
Carroll versus... Like, if you're paying money in Sheffield, England, if this is in a room anything bigger than, like, a Holiday Inn or a Hilton, you're getting fucked. This isn't an arena fight. I mean, it's not. I mean, the fact that Cecilia Brækhus is at the StubHub Center... If they, honest to God, think that they're going to sell tickets for this thing, they are fucking delusional.
And this is the fight that Chocolatito pulled out of. So
right.
They don't even
Brækhus and Alexander
and Estrada.
Right. This is a complete shit show that people already committed real money to.
And I wouldn't be surprised if Chocolatito pulled out because he's going to sign with someone else. He did, yeah.
Go sign the PBC contract and get yourself $20 million. Good for you, kid. Go take the entire flyweight card that HBO thought they were going to make $1 million on because they had one good night of viewers. This is the fucking thing with HBO. They had one good night of viewers from, that wacky, Superfly card shit they were putting on, and then they jammed it down our throats 3 or 4 more times, thinking, well, you guys loved it so much, we'll just keep doing it.
Yep.
Listen, asshole. Fighters make fights. Okay? Not styles. I don't care what anybody says. You cannot put you can't put out an entire lightweight card. I've seen that. How many times have you been to a ballroom card? I'm getting upset. Fresno's a perfect example. You're not mixing up the weights, so you're going to get the same thing over and over again if you're a fan sitting there. You're just going to get worn out. You can't televise it because it's the same thing over and over again. Oh, you don't know that. Somebody could knock somebody out. Yeah, no, you know what? I know this. Bantamweights don't knock shit out. Okay? Bantamweights don't fucking scare me. If I ran into a bantamweight, okay, if I ran into a strawweight, let me use a Ricardo Lopez. Ricardo Lopez, who could actually hit and pay. If I ran into him, I wouldn't be afraid of him.